is it a matter of you sort of at a point where it's sort of one stint and that's it, or sort of how is this playing out that you're winding up the minutes you are?
Um, I mean, that's ultimately a question for the staff, I'd probably say. I'm just trying to be, or I am available, and just trying to do whatever I can to help us, try to win this next game. Right now, we're just taking it game by game, so try to win this next game.
How you don't want to make excuses, obviously, but how frustrating is it that you're not playing the usual top minutes, you're not getting the shots up you usually get up? How frustrating is that this time of the year to be limited?
Yeah, it's definitely been a challenge for sure. Just trying to wrap my mind around, whatever the opportunity looks like, whatever I can, do to help us, just doing that. So that's been a part of my preparation, part of my, days like this, the days in between, obviously doing everything I can body-wise, but then also, prioritizing some time to, wrap my mind around, whatever it's going to look like.
What do you guys account for? Talk about some of the bench guys you lost, Fabian and Sam, just in kind of the preparation for these games compared to maybe last year or the year before that, just given what they've done this year.
Um, yeah, the same way we've had X factors throughout our various runs. They obviously have guys as well. They can come in and make a difference. So, we prepare for their whole team. Obviously starts with a handful of guys, but at the same time, they're a complete team and they have a lot of guys that can come in and impact the game. So, the preparation is not just one, two, or three guys, but really the whole group.
As a shooter, what stands out about Sam? Just the way he's able to get a shot off, efficiency he's had this year.
Yeah, I mean he's a great shooter. They do a good job finding him. Yeah, he can definitely come in and give them a spark for sure.
Okay. After reviewing today, what were the things that you saw that were easily improved upon for game four?
The big ones are just the kind of the effort, energy stuff. I thought I think we played with good effort in stretches. It wasn't so much about that, but more so just the execution in terms of second chance points, turnovers, stuff like that. So, stuff that we thought we shored up from game 1 to 2, but obviously took a little bit of a step back. Credit to them too. They put us in spots, so we got to shore that up for game 4.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Duncan. Appreciate it. You sort of went through this. There are certain situations that play to your skill set. There are certain situations that maybe play to the skill sets of others. But what's it like, I assume, wanting to contribute more, but seeing a scenario where maybe it's not, or at least coach doesn't see it as in your best interest?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's on me just to stay ready, whether it's plug minutes or a longer stint, or just understanding that this is a team that you have to switch against a lot. I think naturally that plays to a lot of guys' strengths, and there's certain lineups where we do that, whether we go small or plug Nico in at the 5. And I just think that they've, in some ways, whether it be offensive rebounding or finding shots in the corner from 3, have been able to take advantage of our zone, as well as having a guy like Porzingis who, when we're in different coverages, Tatum stretches us out, they throw it back. We're in a full rotate, and you have a guy that's 7'3" or 7'4" shooting a 25, 27-foot jumper. So I think, they pose a lot of problems, a lot of matchups. You've tried to find ways to be effective. And then on the offensive end, I think the ways that, that they switch, we haven't found ways to punch that ball into the post like we typically do, or take advantage of that.
Pros tend to feel they can do anything because they have confidence in themselves. So is there ever a point where you go to Spo, I can do that? Or do you know yourself now at this point of your career well enough to know maybe chasing and switching on to Jalen and Jason is just not in my best interest?
Yeah, no, I think both. I think, certainly on the offensive end, I know what I'm capable of, and I know I can take advantage of that. But, yeah, I think chasing those guys off of screens and switching, hasn't always been, I guess, in my bag, as we would say. But, no, I think can be effective in different scenarios. But, again, they're a team that poses a lot of problems, and that's why they've been, in some aspects and in some ways, historically at the top of offensive output. So I think, it's something that, we either have the conversation or it's unspoken. Like, I understand that, this type of a scenario, not unlike last year, I played, I think, the first three, and then we, kind of inserted Haywood into the next 4 games and ended up winning the 7 games.
Kevin, do you feel, when you watch the tape, have you guys been executing the zone to your standards, and is it just them having 5 shooters on the floor that's spacing you guys out?
Yeah, I think they're a team that poses a lot of threats, even when they catch, at the high post, which is, we invite certain things within our zone, but we haven't been executing it. I mean, even yesterday, even when I was in, like, I think it was Holiday, just kind of, I'm not going to say walked in straight into our paint and just shovel past it to Horford, and they got a shot. They've been getting corner threes out of that. We try to, for the most part, take that away or have it be heavily contested, and we just haven't been doing that. But again, I think of the teams in the league, they're right at the top of teams that can really manipulate a zone and, force you into some really tough coverages.
Stood out about the adjustments they made. You guys got a lot of threes off the game too. You hit a lot to limit the amount of threes that you guys were able to get off. How do you have to kind of respond to what they're doing?
Yeah, I think the Celtics inserted their will. They did a lot of things that, on the defensive end maybe made us uncomfortable. On the offensive end, we just didn't take advantage of, our ball movement, some of our mismatches, some of the guys that we wanted to attack on that side of the ball. But I think we have a way better game plan for tomorrow. But so much of it was mental. It wasn't even the game plan. I thought we had a really great setup of our game plan. We just didn't execute on both sides of the ball, and a lot of that was, just up here between the ears, just making sure that we execute that and, let the chips fall. But I don't think that we played as hard, as we typically do last night. And I think, that just wasn't our identity. That wasn't who we are. So we're going to have a lot better effort tomorrow.
Thanks, Kevin. Appreciate it.